What's up, guys? It's Ram from Team Arsenal, back in another video, and today we're here with Cough Cup 7, the top 4 between Trap BA and Shaddoll Dogma and Invoked Eldlich? Question mark? So before we get into it, guys, remember to like, share, comment, subscribe. Tell your friends about us. And at the time of recording this video, we have 221 subscribers. Let's get us to 250, 300, etc. So we see let's call him the Eldlich player. The Eldlich player starting off with Curse Outland, paying 8 to feel great, searching for the Golden Boy. Alright, cool. I think this is pretty interesting. He actually able to fit 4 different engines in here. That's why I'm like, this has to be a feature match. So yeah, he searched out the Golden Boy. Go ahead and cut it. And we'll see what his next move is here. So since he got the Golden Boy, he already has traps already in hand. So you have Golden Boy pitching Curse Outland to send Curse Outland. Ooh, that's not. No, okay, I guess it works. So Curse Outland effects gets the dump. Hey, I think it's Golden Land to graveyard. Golden Land or Elixir. So he'll be sending Wakero. Okay. It is. I don't feel comfortable with that one because the fact that he literally burnt. Well, actually, he searched the Golden Boy, so I guess he made up for that one he spent on the 800. I think he burned a lot of cards just to get there, though. But with the Invoked engine, the Eldlich engine, Invoked engine, and the Dogmatic engine, he doesn't need much anyway, so he still might have a pretty solid hand, despite that. So thinking of our next move here. So we're going to set 1. Golden Boy is going to send that 1, which is a Schism. Ooh, this is weird. So we got the Golden Boy on board. 1,000 boost. And it's going to pass turn. Okay, no, he was going to pass turn, but he realized he still had the Wakero engrave. Okay, I'm gonna say that's okay. So this wasn't really great. Right now he's just like he has a pop. Well, he's changing up. All right, he's going for Sanguine. So he's gonna actually be able to summon another Golden Boy out or another zombie. And I'm assuming the cards in hand have to be hand traps or something, because if not, that's pretty lackluster. See on the. All right, starting off with the Trap BA player, aka me. We're gonna start off with the tour guide. Yeah, immediately met by Effect Veiler, which is fine though, because you see all that purple in our hand. We're gonna set 4, I believe it is. Yeah, set 4. One of them being Karma Cut, and just pass back to the opponent. Trying to see what he has engraved. Nothing that's really worthwhile right now. See Torrential. Is that 2 Karma Cuts? 2 Karma Cuts of Torrential and 1 Unknown. I wasn't paying attention to that part, to that card. So are we passing turn back, or are we thinking on the phases? Okay, we did pass back. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go with the Ecclesia effect. Is that gonna be met by strike? Yeah, it's gonna be met by strike. So yeah, that's 15. It's not looking really good for the Dogma player, because, well, I was calling the Eldlich player. The Eldlich player, because there's Sanguine coming down, but he doesn't have much to work with here. Yeah, the Trap BA player doesn't have much offense going, but he has plenty of defense to keep him at bay. So I'm guessing he's about to go for some kind of rank 10 play then, because he doesn't really have anything else. And then he's gonna go Sanguine's effect, engrave, which I don't think he can do both in the same turn, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna double check. I don't think he can do both in the same turn for the traps for the Eldlich. That one might be a misplay. I'm just checking real quick. Hand it in to Wikipedia. So you see him go into battle phase, swing over the tour guide, and then swing directly with the other golden boy. So we have taken 4,000 in total. And you calculate in the extra 15 from the tour guide, so that's 5,500 in total. Yes, you only can use each effect of the Eldlich trap cards once per turn, so that's a misplay right there. But we're going into main phase 2 and go Cursed Outland, pay 8 to feel great. We want to get the Wakero. Okay. Set Wakero. So we have 2 sets. Golden Boys on board. Okay. It's not a bad spot, but thing with the Karma Cuts on board, we just have to put one Golden Boy in grave and then just get rid of both. We had Torrential. It's crazy we didn't shotgun that. Well, not shotgun that, but it's crazy we didn't do that on the summon of the second Golden Boy. But I guess it doesn't really matter if you could just send one of his trap cards to grave or spells and traps to grave to actually do it anyway. So we're going to go ahead and activate Karma Cut, pitching the Rhino. That'll banish one of his Golden Boys off board, and he has a monster of the same name in the graveyard. You can banish that too. But that's why I was saying why it would be nice to actually get one of Golden Boys in the graveyard, so that way you can do both for the price of one, basically. So, alright. Guess we're trying to discuss what the card does here. So it's going to banish that, and then we're going to activate Rhino's effect to pitch or dump a Fiend from grave. Not grave, from deck, excuse me. But he's going to chain the Wakero to DD Crow the Rhino from grave. Now, the thing is, though, since it was removed before it can activate, I don't think I get the Rhino effect. So I have to misplay on both sides now. Correct me if I'm wrong on either of these, but I know for sure the Sanguine, you only can use one effect per turn. And I think the Rhino has to be in the grave in order for it to, you know, do its dump effect. So I think that's a misplay on my part right there. But at this point, it's gonna be accepted if it goes through. So we're gonna go and dump the graph. Graph's on special from deck. Let's try to figure out what we want to dump here. All right, we're gonna special out the Scarm because that gets us some hand advantage once it leaves the board. Okay, so that's cool. Both players really taking their time here. So yep, so there's Wakero, so that's gonna be DD Crow and special. Okay, so now moving forward, we still have Seer in hand, so we're gonna normal the Seer. So now we have Seer and Scarm. He has anything for the summon? Well, somebody's gonna go ahead and Conquistador. So he's gonna pop. He's gonna rather pop the Scarm or pop the Seer. He pops the Scarm. I basically stuck with just the Seer on board, but I do get to search out for the Scarm if he pops the Scarm, and if Seer just specials out one of my BAs from graveyard. So either way, it's not the worst predicament to be in, but he is gaining a lot of advantage off of these Golden Lands and these elixirs. So did he opt not to pop or something? Or rechaining something to possibly to summon? Yeah, so okay, so what's going on here is basically he's going to activate Conquistador to try to pop one of our to try to summon himself and pop one of our cards. We're going to, on our own summon of Seer, go ahead and use Torrential. That way it clears his board and we get to summon back our Graph from graveyard off of Seer's effect. And we're gonna poke for 1,000, and then we'll get Discardment and Phase the Search. And I believe that's still a Karma Cut on the board, so not a bad spot. Problem is though, he has plenty of traps in the grave now to work with, and I can't see what we search for turn. Is that for Scarm? Oh, it's Tour Guide. Tour Guide. Okay. Excuse me if you hear any noise in the background. That's it's late at night and my cat Blue wants to hop in and out of the curtains, so if you can't hear that, I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but it's a Yeti, so I'm pretty sure you can pick up on that. So okay, pass turn to the Eldlich player. Draw for turn. Is there thinking here? Truth be told, we don't really have much, so he definitely has the advantage. So a normal Alistair effect. See what's in grave. Nothing but trap cards and Golden Boys and Ecclesia. So yep, that's gonna go ahead and go through. Instead of the curse element too, he hasn't used. He's on immediate invocation. Oh, it's Ice Dragon's Prison. Okay. Wow. Thought that was a Karma Cut. So we're gonna banish the Alistair and the Ecclesia because they're both spellcasters. Okay, that's pretty solid. I thought that was Karma Cut. Well, I mean, it's basically Karma Cut just without discarding. He's gonna go ahead and go Invocation, put back the Alistair to hand, and shuffle back the Invocation. He still has his Eldlich plays though. That's the problem. And with a Tour Guide in hand and a Graph on board, I don't think we're in the best position right now. So he's gonna go ahead and use the Golden Boys effect, sending away the Outland. So go ahead and summon the Golden Boy, 1,000 boost, and Outland effect, dump. He's gonna dump the Sanguine. And then we're just gonna scoop it up and go to game 2. Alright guys, game 2. CPA players start off first. I'm gonna start off with the normal sum of Tour Guide effect. No hand traps this time, very cool. I'm gonna go ahead and summon out probably the Phoenix Rhino Warrior. Sorry for the glare, guys. A lot of lights in the venue. So we're gonna go ahead and summon out the Tour Guide, summon out the Dante in defense. I wonder if the opponent is thinking or something, or is just... Okay. And then Dante effect, 3 for cost. Attaching the Rhino. Libic, Wrath, and Graph. Okay, cool. So this is pretty good because that sets it up. We actually can either dump our back jacket to the grave or our Scarm to the grave, as well as continue our plays with the Graph effect. We had the Seer in hand. Okay, so I guess we was doing Libic first. Then we're gonna summon out the, I think that's Skarm off the graph, and then we're gonna dump the Backjack to grave off of the Rhino Warrior. So it was Libic 1, graph 2. No, excuse me. It was Rhino 1, graph 2, Libic 3. Specialing Seer from hand, specialing Skarm from deck off of graph, and then dumping the Backjack to grave off of the Rhino. And then we're going to use Backjacks to effect. Look at top 3, summon any way we want. We're going to go ahead and put that Karma Cut on the top. But now think about it, doesn't matter though, because we're going to use Skarm effect the end phase anyway to search. We open up double Seer in hand. Ooh. Gotta hate to see it. So from here, we can at least go for a app or a IP. I don't think the app would be very good though. So I guess yeah, IP. The Skarm would die. Then it'll be Dante 1, Seer 2, or Seer 2, Dante 1. Doesn't really matter. The point is you're gonna grab one back and special one from the grave, which is usually gonna be Seer to hand and Dante on board. But since we already have a Seer in hand, we might just grab something else like the graph. Yep. Summon back out the Seer. Or not Seer. Summon back out the Dante. Oh, I'm getting tongue tied today. Pitch the graph from hand. Summon out the Beatrice. Then we're gonna set down on Miscus. Set another one. End phase we'll do Skarm effect. Once you get us tour guide to hand. Alright, so we have what we have known as IP Beatrice with Seer and Tour Guide in hand, Karma Cut, well not Karma Cut, Down Miscus, and an unknown trap that I just did not see quick enough, apparently. So, start off with the Golden Boy, pitching himself as well as Conquistador to send one card on the field to graveyard. He's going to target the Dino Miscus. Target the Dino Miscus. Sorry, I got distracted by that. I wish I had a camera so you guys actually could see this, but yeah. So he's gonna send a Dino Miscus to grave. Then he's gonna go for the Prosperity. And all his Judgment. Okay. So he's gonna banish 3. Think if we won the Judgment or not. Nope, that's cool. So we see Alistair, Sanguine, and Prosperity. Thinking on an add. It's gonna add the Alistair to hand. Okay, so the fact that he took that long to think about it, he might already have an Alistair in hand, but it might just be another. That might be the best thing to grab right now. So he's gonna go ahead and go for the Alistair, and we're just gonna Judgment that. Put it down to 4,000, but we just cannot let him get into another engine. So he has a Conquistador in grave. He has, I believe, two or three more cards in hand. Grave check. Ah, invocation in hand. You gotta hate to see it. It just seems like this is a ritual for invoke players to always have the invocation in their hand when you stop the Alistair. So he's gonna banish the Alistair from grave, pitch the knight from hand to summon out Mechaba. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but can he use the knight to actually negate the Beatrice or negate the IP, and then went into his plays? But then again, actually no, I could have shuffled away the knight, but there'd be no point because I wouldn't know about the invocation. So anyway, Mechaba is gonna come down. We're gonna activate Beatrice effect, attaching the Dante. He's gonna negate it with Mechaba. And we're thinking if we're gonna chain the IP. Yep, chain the IP. To link. To go on the Unicorn. Unicorn effect, pitching the Seer from hand, shuffle back to Mechaba. And then we'll have our own little chain link of Dante and Seer and Grave once that resolves. Dante add back Seer. And then Seer some from graveyard. So there's no confusion. It would be basically Dante in a different chain with the Unicorn when the chain with the Mechaba, Beatrice, and the IP resolves. That's when the Dante and the Seer, Dante and the Unicorn will meet up, and then Seer will come after that. It's really hard to explain this when you just came from 16 hours at work. My apologies, guys. It's rough. So anyway, the Mechaba is shuffled away. He's gonna go for his Conquistador, which might be an end phase, to get his Scarlet Sanguine. The friendly cut. Yep, did pass turn. Draw Divine Wrath for turn. Graveyard check. And normal tour guide effect. Because we have one unknown in hand, so it might be a hand trap, and we also have the Sanguine on board. So we might be able to set up game if we can play around both a potential hand trap and the Sanguine. And we're just going to go ahead and summon the Seer from hand off of Beatrice. Because remember, Beatrice is, not Beatrice, Tour Guide. Remember, Tour Guide is special from hand or from deck. Let me know where we want to go from here. I'm going to overlay into, is that another Dante? Yes. And Dante effect, attaching the Seer. 3, Cosmic, Trap Trick, and Rhino. Okay. So Rhino 1, Seer 2. Summoning out Dante from grave. And sending Cowcab. So basically trying to force the Sanguine. So he's going to chain the Sanguine to get out his Golden Boy. Alright, cool. Thing is though, if he's taking any damage, an Axis Cold Talker plus Dante should do it. Because that's 78. So if he has taken any damage, that's basically game. So I'm gonna go ahead and go we'll go Dante 1, Axis Cold Talker 2. Axis Cold Talker is targeting the unicorn to make it 53, and then Axis Cold Talker effect to pop the golden boy. The battle phase 53 and 25. Thing is, yeah, if he hasn't taken any damage, he literally has 200 left. But I think, yeah, it's just a Zeus coming down at this point. Downerd and Zeus. I guess we were rethinking about the downer being under there because I don't think there was no point in going into it. But yeah, I have no reason to use for anything else because it's only Zeus we play. So he's gonna go ahead and go not invocation, excuse me, go meltdown. Now we'll chain backjack to dump cosmic, so it's a whiff. But we do also have the divine wrath in the back, so yeah. So hope that other card didn't hit. The other card does something, or it's just pepperoni from there, or ripperoni from there, rather. What happened there? Did he? I'm so lost on what just happened there. Okay, so he was trying to figure out what he could do there, and basically the play was he's gonna summon Alistair. I'm just gonna go Divine Wrath, pitching the Graph to summon out the Barbar to burn him for the rest of the damage for game. So yep, now we're going on to game 3. Alright guys, we're into game 3, starting off with I keep saying invocation, starting off with the meltdown. My apologies, man, it's late. It is late. 16 hours of work. Definitely was not a great idea to do this after the fact, so my apologies on some of the mess ups, guys. Anyway, get the Alistair. Alistair comes down. Alistair effect, search invocation. Should let you guys know now, since we're getting close to time. There were no sudden death rules implemented here. As in short, we are basically going by the old time rules, the previous time rules before the ones we have now, where we basically take turns, 2 turns each, so basically 0, 1, 2, 3, and then go from there. Yeah, we didn't like the fact of I just beat you in time off of the cheesiest of plays, so we're trying to actually do it a fair way here. So anyway, the Alistairs get turned into a Almirage. Almirage is then turned into a Gardna, which will then set up the Mechaba play here. Banishing the Alistair from grave and banishing the Gardna. Yep, there's the Mechaba. Then Invocation. Shuffle back. Add back the Alistair. And set 1 and pass turn. Okay, pass to trap BA. You see they have Tour Guide in hand as well as 2 BAs, so we're gonna go ahead and Farfa, attempt a special summon. This is a monster that he can negate, so I have to give him the opportunity to do so. Then we're going to normal summon the Farfa. Okay. Oh, that's unfortunate. It was 2 Farfas in hand, so you can't special both of them. You have the normal one or the other. I mean, normal one, especially the other, which that's very unfortunate, and you don't get the graveyard effects either. So that's really rough. So he's gonna go Dante. Okay. And then what's her Dante effect? Three. And okay, we get a cow cab. Okay. So we go ahead and cow cab bounce the set. He's gonna chain the punishment. To pop the Dante, and Dante's gonna activate his effect to add back the Farfa. Now set 2. So you're gonna set 2. And then end phase and Ash is gonna search for the Ecclesia. Cause I'm assuming that's Ash, because I was not paying attention to the sin. All I care about was the punishment. I see Backjack in hand, Farfa, and Tour Guide. So we're gonna try Dynamite, get him in standby. See if he has a trap or not. He does not. He's thinking if does he have something? I mean, technically it should already go through here, because at this point, actually I wasn't supposed to discard for cost. The target is cost. Discard is if the effect resolves. So he's negating the Dynamiscus. We're thinking if we want to respond to that. Can't tell what that is. What is that? This glare is horrible. If I'm going to the deck, I'm assuming it's like a fiend, not fiend griefing. I'm assuming it's either fiend griefing or a trap trick. And like, yeah, it is indeed a trap trick. So we're gonna banish one Dynamiscus and set another Dynamiscus since the other one is getting negated and banished. Yep. Just reading cards here. This reading is fundamental. If you're gonna play this game, I hope you are reading cards. Alright, so you're saying that's good. And we're about to go on the time in less than a minute. Well, not for you guys, because you know you got the edited express, so it might be like 30 minutes for you guys. But so anyways, gonna come down with the Ecclesia effect to search out the Maximus. And then we're going to banish the Armorage Engrave to summon out the Maximus. Then we're going to do Maximus effect. He's going to be dumping Apollon and Omega. I'll be dumping probably Dante and some irrelevant card. App sounds fine right now. What seems fine right now? So we're discussing that the Omega is not a quick effect, so it can't go on the chain with the Apoclone. So it's going to be Apoclone 1, Dante 2. Gonna add back to Farfa. Well, not Farfa, excuse me, the Calcab. Could still have a Farfa in hand. Farfa, Tour Guide, and Backjack. And he gets a Schism. Now he just has to discard a card for it. Discarding the effect failure. Okay, cool. So honestly, it looks bad, but it's not too bad. We have to deal with negating the Schism. We activate Omega's effect now. And shuffle one back. Put himself back. But yeah, it's not that bad of a spot right now if it's just Schism and Mechaba negate, because we should be able to play through that, especially with the Dynamiscus. But we're going to go ahead and banish this Mechaba off on rip, and he's already negated this turn with the Mechaba. So yeah, that's banished, and then Backjack. Oh no, that gets banished. There we go. Yeah, Backjack effect, Tour Guide, Karma Cut. Dark Blue no more. Yeah, we'll take the Karma Cut. Put the Dark Blue no more next just in case. So now he's moving out of the battle phase. We'll do Backjack effect to set the Karma Cut. And all he has left is probably to set the Schism. Unless we don't know what the other cards in hand are, so like he might have more to play with. Yep, there's the Alistair. So normal Alistair effect. So add the invocation. Now the thing is, if I remember correctly, he cannot go into the extra deck once he activates punishment, since he activated punishment last turn. Let me double check for you guys. See, automatic punishment. Until the end of your next turn, after this card resolves, you cannot special him from the extra deck. Yes. So that is a misplay on our part, guys. That's a huge oversight. He cannot go into the extra deck on his turn due to punishment. So now he has a Mechaba, technically a legal Mechaba, but since nobody picked up on it, it's basically accepted at this point. So I'm gonna draw for turn, but we already knew we had the Dark Blue no more, so that's fine. Now the thing is, I personally don't think this was the move to shotgun the Schism. I think whether we want to Karma Cut or not, but we should probably just let it be because we had Dark Blue no more. So it should be fine. Now the thing is though, what I think was incorrect though was summoning the Dynamiscus. Knowing we have 2 BAs in hand, that kind of hinders our plays. So it probably wasn't the best move to summon out the Dynamiscus. But it's fine because we have Dark Blue no more regardless of negate his board. But like I said, that hinders us from actually playing the game properly. So now if we're probably forced to use this Tour Guide, and if he has a hand trap, it puts us in a very, very bad spot. Keep track of turns. Now I'm turn 1. So we're going to Karma Cut, banishing the Mechaba, the Northstone Tour Guide, and then since Tour Guide effect Veiler. See, yep, that's where it comes up. See, because if we didn't summon down Miscus, we could have just simply summoned out the 2 BAs. Like if we decide to, pitch off the tour guide, because the better play when we're playing against hand traps, etc., is to always keep the 2 BAs and use the 2 BAs first before you actually use the tour guide, because the tour guide gets stopped, you're done with your plays there. So the correct play would have been to leave the Dionysus alone for now, Karma Cut, pitching the tour guide to banish a card, and then proceed to summon out your BAs to continue your plays from there. So now we're in a really awkward position where it's probably game over now, because we just have a BA in hand and 2 monsters with different levels on the board. Because at first we possibly had a Zeus play if we actually played this correctly, but now we basically end up with nothing. So I honestly think that was very poorly played on my part. Yeah. So we're just basically, we're going to pop the Schism, which really doesn't do anything, and then the Farfa is going to just banish something, but it doesn't really matter either. He's just going to get it right back. But it's good to see the replays out, because I see where I messed up. I thought I had no way of winning that game. Then I realized, if I just never sent that Dionysus, I would have been fine. So now we're going to his turn. It's basically just, Alistair effect. Because he has the bodies for it. So this should just be wrapping up right here. Alright guys, before we close out, remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, tell your friends about us. Say what you thought about this video if you got this far. We appreciate it. If you did get this far, leave it in the comments below. Let us know that you got this far. And we'll make sure to give you some love for it. But yep, you just switch everything to attack. Yep, just showing what's engraved and have nothing to stop him. Invocation comes down, and that's gonna do it, guys.
Hi guys, it's Bunny from Team Arsenal. As always, thank you for watching our videos, and always remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys. Bye.